EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Hey, easy.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Kamara. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Let him know. Hey, easy. Easy, opposite.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And with that carry. He's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
20.
Operating from the gun, Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, picture in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 58 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
You ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And his His throw's going to be incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Right here. Gun.
47 is the mic. Hey, watch this.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On 1st down, it's Newton. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Go! Mike 49! Mike 49! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Ready, ready.
49's the mic. All day. Kill.
X3, 218, chopper. Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's going to be caught by Richardson. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
5-8. Over.
Watch the whip.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, easy. 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
What's good on the extra point? An update from Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Ready, 95-56.
You ain't doing nothing.
Kill. Ready, take.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hey, Sue.
On 2nd and a yard, Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure You protect the guy throwing the football, if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Newton now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the gun, Newton. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Well, this is a new concept. It's third down, but they've got a punt unit on. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Kill. Turn up. Eight. Showing it. Eight. Time go.
From the 27, Newton. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Alex Anzalone. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Newton. Got a man open in Sutton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Gun.
47 Mike, 47.
I'm on. Hey, check. Check Mike 47.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
Get
you.
it.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, Disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Watch the edge.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
You gonna see me and your
Hustle. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
watch this.
Here's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 56. Mike, 56. 56.
Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Sponge, 20.
Alert 3.
That's rock.
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
21.
Let's get off the field.
Hey, watch it. Watch.
Hey, easy. Hey, kill. 20 seconds.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready? Yellow lady. 12.
You can't block me.
Ready, take.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Check safety. Check 24.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Get it.
On 2nd and 9. Newton that escapes the sack. And his throw is incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Newton. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check 26.
Hey, switch gears. Check.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Gun.
March 56. March 56. Danny.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Breeze is looking to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. A give to Kamara running right. 20, and now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
They are in the 4th in Buffalo, and it was the Jets coming away victorious there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Randy Gregory. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
47's the mark. Check 47.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike, check west.
Gun.
In your face.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for this...